So Harry, you ready to get into some show?
Get into it.
There's not a lot to talk about this week, but I guess one big topic has been Big Ben. He's been in the news a lot for several reasons this week. Um, the most interesting one is apparently Big Ben has a tell that tells if he's going to pass or run, and it was discovered by a TikToker, which I guess is, TikTok runs the nation now, apparently.
Everybody's on there now. It's the new hot thing, I guess.
It's the new hot thing for these kids. His name is at Theo Ash NFL. So NFL's in his name, so I guess he does do NFL videos. But man, you got to be looking. I'm just saying, we watch the Steelers every year. You got to be looking really close. Like, I don't know if he's looking for tells, if that's actively what he was doing. I think it would be pretty hard to passively discover that.
He's been playing for a while. I'm surprised it's coming out just now.
Yeah, and I mean, we don't know. The Steelers obviously started 11-0 last year and then collapsed. There's a lot of reasons for that, but now that we know there's a tell, could that have been one of the reasons?
Maybe some other teams have picked up on it.
Yeah. So if you guys haven't seen the video, I suggest you go watch it. I'm sure you Google it. It's everywhere. It's all over sports news next week. Apparently, when Ben's in the shotgun, if his back heel is up, that indicates it's going to be a passing play. And if his back heel is flat, that indicates it's going to be a run play. Now, apparently this only works if he's in the gun, but the Steelers were the third highest team coming out of the gun last season. 83% of their plays came out of the gun. So that's pretty significant if another team or teams picked up on that.
Yeah. I don't know. It's interesting. I feel like something like that would have been noticed a long time ago. Mm-hmm. That doesn't seem too discreet. It seems pretty.
Could have been new since he came back. I mean, obviously, if it was noticed before, it hasn't affected much, right?
Yeah,
until this season, if that did have something to do with it. I mean, you got to think. It did seem like after the 11th week that teams were really stuffing the run. Now, were they predicting that? Was the line so bad? Was the run game so bad? Was it a combination of things?
Maybe. Let's see. We'll see. Maybe James Conner will have a breakout now because of all this stuff. I don't know. But I don't know. It's hard to say. Let's see. I don't know.
Well, one thing we know now, whether or not teams knew last year, they know now.
Yeah, he'll have to adjust it. That seems like an easy adjustment.
Well, it does, except if you've been a quarterback and you have a routine and a pattern and your body's been going through the same motions for, how many ever seasons, then it may not be so easy. It's easy in practice, but when you're in the heat of the moment and thinking about so many other things, you're reading the defense, you're directing the plays, it's almost like he's been doing this so long, his brain's in autopilot. So is it that easy to fix?
I don't know. With time, he's got the whole training camp to do it. I think he'll figure it out.
Different game situation, though. Maybe not go out of the gun so much. I don't know. And we got a new offensive coordinator. So
I'm sure it'll be addressed.
Yeah. But very interesting. Also, NFL teams, if you didn't notice this, maybe you should go hire the TikTok kid because obviously he's paying very close attention to people's feet.
Yeah.
Someone give him a job.
Use it to your advantage the first game. Surprise somebody.
Yeah.
If they're watching it.
Yeah. There you go. More Big Ben news separate from this. He's been getting, Steelers have been getting hate all off season. It's the season of hating the Steelers. It really is. National media, a former GM. I'm not going to mention names. Obviously, he was a trash GM. He didn't do anything. I'll say that. He went on to say he thinks Ben Roethlisberger's career is over. He'll be pulled before the end of the season. He'll be benched. A lot of media people have echoed that statement. What do you think?
He's getting up there. He could. I want to say, being as a fan, that he still got it. Mm-hmm. He'll play the whole season, but he's definitely more prone to injury. I don't think his play was too terrible last year. I think
Yeah.
it was more of a result of just the offense and what was around him and injuries. But
That's what I'll say to people. Did you watch last season? I mean, people, when you talk about last season, everyone just focuses on those last few games and obviously the disappointing playoff game. But the Steelers did go 11-0. That's not easy to do. You don't go 11-0 by accident in the NFL. It doesn't happen.
I
And
also don't think you have anybody behind him that's going to be
yeah, I mean, we've talked about
put
Dwayne
the pressure on him like
offensively
that.
being good, but I just think knowing the Steelers, knowing Tomlin, knowing how they do their business, I don't think Ben gets pulled unless it's so bad, which I don't think it is. Last year, watching Ben, he was obviously not himself. I saw him underthrow a lot of passes. He doesn't have the arm he used to, but the Steelers went 11-0. And it wasn't just because of the defense. They were blowing out teams. They were putting up 30, 28 points a game. In the prior year, when Mason Rudolph was playing, when Ben was hurt, a lot of the games they won, I can't remember who it was against. It might have been the Browns or somebody. One of the games we won because we had no touchdowns, but we had 6 field goals and a turnover on D. That's how we were winning games without Ben.
Yeah.
That was a defensive win. Last year, it was a combination of the defense and Ben because there was no run game. The line wasn't good. So I don't know how, I just don't understand how you knock him if you've actually watched the Steelers and
Yeah, I
understood
mean,
what happened last season.
We saw what it was like the season before without him.
Yeah. So
There was not much threat. Yeah.
we're realistic. We know he's not what he used to be, but I think he's still one of the top quarterbacks in the division. I don't think how you can argue against that. Show me the numbers. They're not there.
Yeah.
Maybe they will be after this season, but not yet.